Good morning, Ruth Green Hornets. It's Mrs. Ambrose, and today is Friday, January 12th. The Pledge of Allegiance will be led in a separate video. On Monday, we have the day off. And if you are not aware of why we have the day off, it's because it's Martin Luther King Day. In 2024, Martin Luther King Day will be celebrated Monday, January 15th. It's a day to celebrate the life and achievements of Martin Luther King Jr. He was an influential or important American civil rights leader who is most well known for his campaigns to end racial segregation on public transportation and for racial equality in the United States. Many schools and businesses are closed on this day, and some schools, like ours, mark the day by teaching their pupils or students about the work of Martin Luther King and the struggles against racial segregation and racism. Some people also choose to spend the day volunteering in citizen action groups, like working at food kitchens, etc. I'm sure your teacher has been talking about Martin Luther King, and you probably have done a project about him. What else would you like to learn about Martin Luther King? And I hope you do something to celebrate his life on Monday. Now it's time for shout outs. Have you been doing the right thing? Have you been working hard in class? Well, listen up, because you might hear your name. From Mr. Kowicki, I would like to shout out Emmanuel. Emmanuel completed all of his missing work over winter break. Way to go, Emmanuel. I would also like to shout out Cassidy Carter. Cassidy has done a great job so far in this new year. From Mrs. Tominski, I would like to shout out my entire class for excellent behavior during the iReady assembly this week. I received so many compliments about your behavior. Great job, 212. From Mrs. Mickens, Sebastian, Justin, Morgan, Amani, and Riley for staying focused and completing iReady lessons. And the entire class on working hard with using transitional words in your writing. Ariana and Adele for being super kind to others. From Miss Sanoa. From Mrs. Sanoa, Mrs. Toko, and Miss Janah. Shout out to Miss Smith and Miss DW's classes. You all showed excellent behavior in the computer lab during iReady, and your scores are looking great. They really want to duct tape Mrs. Ambrose to the wall. Oh yeah, I'm sure they do. From Mrs. Costa, shout out my entire class for behaving well for Mr. Schmitz. Hunter Young, Student of the Week, thank you. From Miss Sharp, Haley Geyser for doing a great job staying on task and completing her assignments. Hailey Duncan for doing a great job on your writing assignment this week. I can really see your confidence building. Yana Fodorchek, thank you for always being responsible with your classroom job. You always take it seriously no matter how easy or time-consuming the job may be. Great job. From Mrs. Casalino, Andre for working hard, Zaire for helping a friend, and Carter for helping a friend. From Miss Smith, a big shout out to my students who completed the iReady reading diagnostic. They did a great job working quietly and their scoring improved. Way to go! Also, shout out to our new student, Will. Thank you to my class for making him feel welcome. From Miss Gamerick, Marcus Hardwick, thank you for working hard on listening and paying attention this week. Alea Hines, thank you for quietly helping a classmate with books and papers. Bryson Hall, great job making up work for when you were absent. From Mrs. Taylor, Abby, Quinton, Noah, and Anaya for being absent and then coming back the next day and getting caught up so quickly. Thank you for being responsible and working so hard. From Miss Viato, I would like to shout out Malik L. and Devon T. for always participating in our class discussions and asking questions when you do not understand something. Keep up the good work. From Miss Pudlow, shout out to Lucas and Ramel for moving up in iReady reading. The rest of the class will finish and we will see how they do today. From Mrs. Mason, Jordan Smith for always trying your best. Belle Zakowski for doing your best, and Samia Nolan for being here all week. From Mrs. Slissenser, great job, Team 101, for being here this week and really stepping up being here this week. I know it was hard to come back after break, but you did it, and now we are off to learning amazing things. Happy birthday to Kingston and Kenyatte. I hope it was a great one. And thank you, Lily, for always thinking of others and for all your hard work. And from Mrs. Vihar and from Mrs. Miglio, Skyla Simmons, Adriana Young, Amira Robinson, and Eli Bush Curry for working hard and earning excellent grades. Wow, that's a lot of shout outs. You guys have been working hard. If you didn't hear your name this week, keep doing the right thing and working hard, and maybe next week you will hear your name on the shout outs. We still haven't called a VIP reward. I wonder when and what it will be. I guess we'll have to wait. And I want to remind you about the golden rule. We treat others the way we want to be treated. We are a kind school. That means that we try to treat everyone with kindness. That means kind words and deeds. And I remind you to keep your hands to yourself and your body. And be sure to be respectful with the way you speak to the adults in the building and respectful on the way you treat other students in this building. I hope you have a wonderful Friday and repeat after me. Ruth Green Hornets are respectful, responsible, and ready. I fly right with Hero. Have a great Friday and a good weekend, and we'll see you Tuesday. Enjoy Martin Luther King Day off. Bye-bye.